Well, new students of Norco College, we're excited that you're joining us for this portion of our virtual Welcome Day experience. We are talking about the schools, and specifically in this session, we're talking about the School of Arts and Humanities. And I'm so excited that we've got one of our ambassadors from this school, Ghadeer Awad, that is here with us today to talk about the School of Arts and Humanities. Ghadeer, how are you?
Hi, doing great.
Good. So glad you're here. Thank you. Hey, why don't you just start us off by sharing a little bit about you? Tell us your major, your hometown. What high school did you go to? How long have you been in Norco College? Give us some background information about you.
I actually graduated from Buena Park High School. Right now, majoring in liberal studies. I have been in Norco College for 2.5 years. I just graduated this past spring 2020 from the School of Arts and Humanities.
That's awesome. Congratulations. All right. And alumni. This is exciting. So liberal studies major, how interesting. Why don't you share with us a little bit about how you chose your major? What was your thought process like as you were deciding that you wanted to be a liberal studies major?
Well, I always wanted to help people and make a difference in their lives. I was specifically inspired by my children's teachers. I know that education has that capability to building confidence, as I have seen in my own children. I wanted to be able to do the same for others, to create generations of contributors to their society. For that, I chose this major.
I love it. I'll tell you what, I'd be excited to have my kids have you as a teacher, that's for sure, because that's the type of passion that I think our education system needs for sure. So awesome. Well, what suggestions would you give for someone who's undecided as a major right now? What would you share with them?
Well, my suggestion is really for those students who are undecided to their major is to do research online. Find the top 2 or 3 most interesting jobs and then shadow someone within that field. Shadowing allows a student to ask questions and to really experience what it is like to perform that career.
I love it. When I think back just to how I got into my profession, it was about shadowing. It was about getting involved and seeing somebody that's doing what I wanted to do, or at least thought that I wanted to do, and they were doing it at a high level. And it really gave me some insight in terms of, all right, this is the work ethic I need. This is the time commitment. Am I passionate about this? So I love that suggestion of shadowing somebody. I think that's brilliant. So if I were to ask you, what are the highlights and benefits of being a part of the School of Arts and Humanities? What would you say?
Well, some of them highlights of art and humanities is really that student will learn how the world has become what it is today and see it from different perspectives. Art and humanities really allow the student to think critically as to how one can perceive the world. This is one great highlight of this department.
Yeah, I agree. And you have some phenomenal faculty members within the School of Arts and Humanities that give you that wonderful worldview perspective. I know if I start naming them, I'm going to forget a bunch of people, but I'll be honest with you, the professors in arts and humanities, they're rock stars. I mean, we are very fortunate to have the faculty members that we do in this school that are committed, engaged. They sacrifice their time, to make sure students get some positive experiences and really gain the most out of their education. It's really a great field, a great school, and I'm impressed with our faculty. I guess that's the bottom line. I want to make sure students know that really Norco College, and especially arts and humanities, this is like the Harvard of community college when it comes to our faculty and their commitment to their students and everything. Yeah. So it's really exciting. So as we think about the next step for a student after they graduate from Norco College, what are some of the top fields? And I'll ask specifically about liberal studies, your major. What are some of the top career fields that people are going into after they graduate from Norco?
Norco College is the beginning or the first step of the journey in education. So after graduating from Norco College, student does not just stop there. They prepare themselves for a 4-year institution, or which followed by a student credential, teaching credential. In the meantime, within that process, a student can volunteer or work in a public school as a substitute, as volunteering, just to gain experience. So this is one great way to proceed from after Norco College.
I love it. And I think you make some really, really good points. This is the beginning of the journey. So even though, I mean, it's awesome to get a degree from Norco College, but this is the first step in many cases towards launching the career that they want. And I think Norco College is a great place to begin that. So now, as you know, we're online for our classes currently, and the world is fighting this pandemic, and we're doing all that we can. We are in a new world, a virtual world. And so you've had some experience now with taking classes online. What would be some of the tips that you would give our new students and maybe even their families about succeeding in this online virtual classroom that we're all going through right now?
From personal experience, I encourage students not to look at online classes as something we're stuck with, and we're doing this because we're in a pandemic situation. Look at this as just another class you're taking online, adding to the rest of the classes you're taking. I took classes online before this pandemic happened, so I looked at it as just I'm taking more classes to proceed with my education. Mm-hmm. So looking at it in a positive way would help a student to proceed. And one important key in do not procrastinate with your classes.
Mm-hmm. I think that's really wise. Procrastination can be just a killer of success, So I think that's some good wisdom, having some good time management, not procrastinating, looking at your syllabi for all of these classes and figuring out, all right, when's everything due? When am I going to have time to prepare, for papers, for tests, those type of things. I think that's some really good advice to be sharing with our students. My last question for you really is a general question. What advice would you give an incoming School of Arts and Humanities student just about college in general?
Yes, my advice to an incoming student is to take advantage of the different resources and opportunities Norco College is offering. There are many of them. Among them are student clubs. Get involved with as much as possible within your college, within Norco College. There are scholarships, workshops, EOPF program that helps in so many ways, as far as book voucher and priority registration, and many other resources are provided, which can make education as attainable and affordable as possible.
I love it. Hey, I mean, let's be honest, college isn't cheap, and so for students to not take advantage of these resources that you've mentioned, they're really wasting money and time. And the truth of the matter is, these are all prepaid programs, prepaid events, the scholarships that are out there to really help students, pay for their tuition, their fees, those type of things. They can really, really benefit. But if you don't take advantage of them, you miss out. And so I want our students to heed what you have to say and take advantage of everything that's here. So this is awesome. I really appreciate your time. Ghadeer, you are just a wonderful example of what Norco College is about. And congratulations on your graduation. And I just wish you the best in everything that you've got going on.
Thank you.
All right. Well, have a great day. And you, new students, I hope you have a great day and enjoy the rest of the virtual welcome day. Take care.